Westbridge Hills, welcome back to episode 35 with me, Mr. Sealy B. It's been a while since we've been down at Westbridge Hills, and I've been a bit busy. I am about halfway through selling this silage bay of silage, obviously. The bay next to us has got about 215,000 litres on it. We have harvested field 14 for canola and replanted and refertilised. I have harvested the bottom part of 15, which had wheat in it, which I've put in storage, and I am now has been fertilised. That's where the silage has come from. I've used the forage harvester to take the straw swaths off that field to use for chaff for silage. 16, the last episode we were ploughing, that's now been reseeded, that's got canola in it. 19 has been harvested for barley, that's been put into storage, and that's got the straw swaths sitting on it, which I'm going to need to use the forage harvester to collect and put into the silage bay. So lots been happening. There's a few odds and ends that need to kind of finish off. So very quickly going across here, as you can see, canola, the harvest I've just done, that's gone into storage. So we've now got 306,000 litres. The price for canola was pretty low, it is creeping back up again, but I'm really hoping for a great demand. Barley, we've got 64,000 litres in storage now, and the wheat we've got 105. So I'm putting a few bits and bobs in storage at the moment because I'm using silage for the kind of running around money, if you want to call it that. I'm using the Holmer Terra variant with the horse pronto on the back, and I'm reseeding the bottom part of 15 with barley. Again, that will probably be put in storage, and I'll use the straw swaths for silage. Our case Puma has got the Vaderstat on the back, and what I've got to do here is just actually turn it on, drop it down, finish off the last bit of seeding field 14. Literally just these little straggly bits, and that's the canola in on that field. So that's us. Turn off and lift it up, and then fold it. So that's field 14 seeded and done. That's not the focus for today's episode. That's just kind of getting you back up to speed with what I've been doing kind of off camera, trying to get us a little bit further forward. As you can see, the bank balance is looking relatively healthy on 504,000, and I've gone too far with this because the gap is here. Now, as you can see to our left, at the top part of 15, our sugar beet is ready to harvest. And that is going to be our focus for today's episode. So I'm just going to pull this over here, and we'll put this away properly at some point. Don't freak out, it will get done. So, back here in our Kuhn SPV Comfort self-propelled forage mixer wagon feeder, I am going to sell this load of silage. $19,000, which should now leave us, hopefully, in a position where we can get our next purchase for the farm, which I have used on done on the farm gameplay series on Bjornholm. If you haven't seen it, and go over, check out the gameplay series. It's a doozy. It's a good one. Do like it. The Grim Maxtron 620 I've just bought on Sosnovka to do the sugar beet on there because I hadn't really used it before. I did think about using the trail ones, but let's be honest, when you've got the Holmer DLC and you've got this sitting there, why would you not? I mean, it's just... So if you've seen the Bjornholm game series, I apologise, you've seen this been used before. If you haven't, I'm going to buy the Holmer Terra Dos T4-40. And I just have. Plus, I'm going to need the header, which doesn't leave me with a huge amount of money. In fact, it leaves me with a pitiful amount of money, but I have got a lot of silage to sell and I've got a fair bit of stuff in storage. So, out we go. Let's look at our wondrous new purchase. I'm not going to buy the header trailer for putting the header on, which you would do in real life. I understand that. But Westbridge Hills is such that it's a big, wide, open map. Plenty of room to move around. It does make visibility a bit iffy up in the cap. And you'll see. But this is a great machine. Loads of great detail on it. And when it's running, the animations are just amazing. You see the potatoes come up through here, around all this section, come up the side conveyor belt up there, and up into the top, which hopefully we'll see running in a bit. I think on one of my liked videos, one of the YouTube clips that was on there was of one of these in real life in action, and it's an impressive thing to see running. But anyway, enough of me talking. Well, that's interesting. I'm supposed to get in it when the ladder's not down. That's helpful. Right, I'm going to jump up. There we go. What a great sound. Now, let's hook this up. The cab's quite nice. It's quite a smooth ride for a big vehicle. And it has got that articulated section. Let's keep checking this out. There we go, hook that up. And what I'll do is fold it up as well. You'll see what I mean when it's folded, the view's not great. That's why that would probably normally be on a header trailer. But that said, I've got it on flexible steering, so you've got the actual articulated section at the front. But it does mean with the steering on flexible it turns quite sharply. When I watched the video on YouTube, they were running the field in crab mode. I did think about doing that. I'm assuming it's to keep whichever side the crops are on, to keep the huge tyres from compacting it down before you can actually harvest. I assume. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it's for. So let's open this up. Wheels go up there, the stabilisers, opens everything up here, raises the auger and gets it ready for operation. Right, okay. So, that being said, let's operate it. Our sugar beet field is ready to go. So let's do some harvesting. It is a huge machine. So let's just try and straighten this up a little bit. And we'll drop the header down. There we go. Let's start this off, shall we? And as I said, with animations, like I say, if you haven't seen Bjornholm, you won't have seen this, but you can see right at the front there, potatoes, or all being dug, potatoes coming up through that section there, then round through the central chute, being taken in, along the auger into the central chute, You see them coming all round the conveyor here, or not the conveyor, it's a conveyor I suppose. What I love is the dust coming off as well. And then up the conveyor here, up over the top, and into the storage chamber, collection chute, whatever you call it. And this is where they're going to start building up. So, pretty impressive bit of kit, I think. It's got quite a large capacity. I think it's knocking on 40,000 litres, I think it is. I'm doing what I always do. 45,000 litre capacity. So, yeah, this will go for a while. 626 horsepower, but it wasn't cheap to buy. The two combined just set me back about 515,000, so it isn't a cheap bit of kit. You're going to have to do a lot of sugar beet, a lot of harvesting to make that money back. I think we're kind of hoping now, and bearing in mind we're looking at what now, on the time this comes out, I released this a week, just over a week and a half, to FF17 comes out, so we're going to be hoping for rental, I think, on consoles as well, which will make life so much easier. So fingers crossed for that. Right, let's watch this turn round. Missed a little bit there. Keep an eye out for that. But the yield appears to be quite good, which is nice. And we are, for the first time, on Westbridge Hills, sugar beeting. Excellent. Right, so while that's doing that, I'm going to just do a couple of jobs and I'll whiz back to it in a minute. So this is what I've been doing while the sugar beet harvester has been doing its harvest. Bit of a kind of top to bottom operation that's been going on. The sugar beet harvester is going on harvesting. I'm collecting with the Deutz Fahr and the IT runner grain trailer. I'm in the Holmer Terra variant with the cultivator on the back, the Lemken, and I'm going along kind of behind it really, and cultivating as I go. Whilst cultivating as I go, I then set the fertiliser spreader off behind that, and then hopefully once I get to a point that I'm not going to worry about catching up with myself, I can then let the case Puma with the Horse Maestro on the back go along and replant sugar beet. So it's kind of you can see it rolling across the field. That's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. It looks like the harvester is going to be almost full soon. So what I'm going to do is jump into the Deutz Fahr with the IT runner trailer on the back, go and unload. The good thing about it is that the sugar beet harvester, the Terra Dos T4, has a capacity of 45,000 litres, as does the IT runner grain trailer. So one complete load does one complete load, and I can go down and tip it. So that's what I'm going to do now. If I just stop him and pull him over, ready to do his next run. No, don't put that away. There we go. So he'll be ready to do his next run. Jump into this and hopefully catch him up before he gets to the end of the row, because that would be a disaster if he turns around. Come on! I'm not going to get there in time. Oh, what an idiot. I was so busy chatting. So wait for him to fill up, and now, hopefully, as long as I don't hit the Deutz Fahr, fill him up. Try and fill in a bit more evenly than that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? There we go. Set the harvester back on the field. And back into the right position, of course. And off he goes again. Brilliant. We've still got probably, what are we looking at, a third of the field left to go? Yeah, about a third. So another 45,000 litres. When we get down to the yard, you'll see I've already taken 3 or 4 loads, I think I've done already. So we've got a fair bit of sugar beet in storage. Again, I'm hopefully going to put it in storage and wait. Something's got to come up as a great demand at some point. I'm not sure when, but it will do. And when it does, I'll be ready. I'll be waiting. Although it's heavy with this on the back. Blimey, that did not want to slow down. Okay. Right, so look. Let's pack this up. Still got the IT runner wobble. See it rocking? Really annoying. Okay, let's unload this. And we are at sugar beet 225,000 litres. So that had to have been our 5th load then. So we've got a fair bit of sugar beet in there. At the moment it's paying 5, 6, 7 at the flour mill. Yeah, 5, 6, 7. So if we were to get a great demand on that, we could actually make a nice little bit of money. Okay, let's get back up to the field. Here we'll be carrying on. So it's been quite busy. A few bits and bobs done. I've done quite a bit off screen to get some stuff in storage, get the canola off the field. As I've said in previous episodes, I've done a few canola harvests now. It's nothing new to watch that. Sugar beet we hadn't done before. I wanted to buy the Terra Dos T4 for the farm, and that was going to be a sort of new purchase, new bit of equipment on Westbridge Hills. That's why I wanted to show that today. We've got a little bit left to do. Not a huge amount, but enough that will keep me busy for a little while longer. That is pretty much it for today's episode. I'm hoping, and it is a big hope, that I can sell a bit more of the silage that I've got in storage. If a great demand comes up, fantastic, because our potato field, number 10, is ready to harvest as well. 21, which I believe has got wheat in it, is almost ready. It's gone dark blue, as has field 16, which has got canola in it. 19 needs clearing and of the straw swaths, and will need reseeding as well. A lot of which I'm going to do off screen, because I say you've seen me do it before. It's nothing new. And there we go, passing by. But that said, this is going to take a little while longer to finish. I've unloaded a fair bit already. We're going to be looking at in excess of 300,000 litres off this field, which, it's a fair sized field, but that's not bad going at all. Actually, that's pretty good. Don't want to drive over that crop. So anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, well, I hope you did, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. We are about a week and a half away from FS17. We will start doing FS17 videos as soon as that becomes available, or as soon as I've downloaded it on the day, of course. As I said before, I have pre-ordered the premium edition for PlayStation 4, so there should be some extra vehicles coming with that. If you want to share the video, please feel free to share the video. If you've got a comment, leave a comment. Always glad to hear from you. I'm just going round and round in circles now. I'm not quite sure why. Anyway, whatever you decide to do, as always, on with my videos. Thanks for watching.